All right, first and foremost, thank you to everyone that came to the live show last night. That was a lot of fun. Thank you to I Must Destroy All and Undertaker Freak 1127 for joining up. Plan on doing that again in the future for future WrestleManias. Now, the one big thing that is coming out of this year's WrestleMania is The Undertaker losing to Brock Lesnar. Now, I sat on this for a night, watched the match again today because I was pretty pissed, as you could see during the live stream, that they did this, and we had a discussion, and it pretty much rained out throughout the remainder of WrestleMania. And seeing things again now, while I don't think the match was as bad as I remember to be in my drunken stupor last night, it still is not as good as any of many recent WrestleMania matches for Taker I'm talking about. I mean, it's up there with the Mark Henry match, but the match against Edge, the two matches against Shawn Michaels, the two matches against Triple H, the match against CM Punk last year, like that's the bar that was set for these matches. And this year, it was just didn't have that feel to it. Just didn't have that special feel to it. And going into the match, the build up to this, why I said in that video I made, my prediction video, I said there's a 0% chance that Brock Lesnar is going to win this match because they booked it to we have them face each other, I guess. I don't know. Who else are we going to face Taker with? It's like they just plugged in a guy like, oh, Brock Lesnar's under contract, and yeah, we'll throw him at Undertaker. And for this to be the guy, and I'm going to be repeating a lot of points that Undertaker Freak and a lot of points that I said last night, and it's all points that need repeating, is why give this streak, the stoppage of the streak, to a part-time employee? That this win, frankly, what is it going to do? What is it going to do for business for the company? What is it going to do for Brock Lesnar? What is it going to do for Undertaker's future? It's all negative, or just the same. Now, business-wise, the whole allure of this at WrestleMania is gone. And this is something that WrestleMania, it's been a big, bold, match on the card for, going on 10 plus years now. I know it's been obviously over 20 years now. But the whole thing of this being the thing, is this going to be the year the Undertaker loses? Because the first 10 years, it wasn't really that big of a deal. But it turned into what it was, and it turned into something that was just a cornerstone of WrestleMania each year. So, Brock Lesnar wins. Again, he's a part-time employee. He doesn't wrestle full-time schedule, doesn't do a lot of house shows, etc., etc. Whatever. That's the deal they signed him to. That's the deal he accepted. I'm not going to slam anyone for that. But when you have someone like CM Punk fighting Taker last year, and obviously Taker had to have some sort of creative control on this. It's been often noted that he does have creative control on who he faces and what the outcome is going to be in these WrestleMania matches. For him to put over a part-time guy who, what is going to come of this? Brock Lesnar is going to win the title again now? I mean, you could say, they could let CM Punk win. What would he have done? Won the title again? Yeah, it would have. But it would have took him as an established main eventer and put him up on that higher level. Done something that no one else could do. Instead, they give it to Brock Lesnar, someone who has beaten The Undertaker a number of times before. And it's like, okay, now what? Undertaker is pretty much done. If Undertaker comes back next year for a WrestleMania match, it's who cares? Even if it's a rematch with Brock Lesnar and Taker wins, it's so what? He lost the match that counted the year before. This is mind-blowing. This is literally mind-blowing. Now, it's like WWE just wanted to be oh, we booked it this match wasn't important, and we shocked the shit out of you guys. We gave you something you didn't expect. That all well be may and true. I obviously gave Brock Lesnar a 0% chance of winning. But in a world of fake wrestling and predetermined outcomes, if you have the ability to choose an outcome and you choose it pretty much just because you just want to convince people that, we picked the answer that you didn't even expect, or we picked the outcome you didn't expect, that doesn't necessarily mean it's good. I hate John Cena. I would have been so much more pleased if they had John Cena go over the Undertaker at WrestleMania. Because he's at least a guy that has, a potential 10 plus more years in the company, and it would have really put him over big time, or would have really solidified a potential heel turn. They could have turned someone like him into a mega fucking heel, certified, stamped, delivered, but they didn't. They got Brock Lesnar, just a guy, like, you're hearing people talk, you're hearing a lot of people upset with the Undertaker, Mark Calloway, for basically electing to have himself take a clean pin from Brock Lesnar. It's like, why would you decide to do that? It's like people are kind of almost turning on Undertaker as well now. It's like, how could they not see this coming? Anyway, I think it's just a tremendously dumb decision, but and again, they're free to do what they do, and it's just, it's a shame too, because another thing that this loss did is it became the biggest fucking story of WrestleMania, and it's like that whole main event match with Daniel Bryan just lost that much more allure. All the buzz and the talking right now is simply over Undertaker losing, and it's like, it kind of, whether it was intentionally set up to do that, but it stole the spotlight of the entire show. And it took something where that Daniel Bryan match could have stood out so much more. But maybe Undertaker didn't want to go on another year and he didn't realize that till this past month or something. Maybe there's other reasons that we'll never know, whatever. There could be just legitimate reasons that make this is what it is. But I see it as just a disappointing set of occurrences, but, it's just fake wrestling shit, and I get all that, guys. I get all that. Trust me. If someone's still gonna take, wrestling's fake? No fucking shit. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, again, thank you for the live show attendance last night, guys. We had a lot of fun, and we had a lot of fun with HD Viewer's Choice. If you don't know what that is, watch the previous video, and anyways, I think HT ended up defeating Viewer's Choice. Have a great day, everyone, and, well, I'm at least interested to see Raw tonight. And if anything good can come out of this, I'm at least have some interest in watching the WWE product, more to see of, what they're going to do to clean up the big shit stain they left last night. But one last thing I want to say, overall, the show was pretty good. It wasn't like this big, bad, horrific show, and I don't want people to think that I'm just, like, shitting on the entire Mania. And I don't think the Brock Lesnar Taker match was that bad, but compared to, like I said, the match with Edge, the two matches with Shawn Michaels, the two matches with Triple H, and the match with CM Punk, it was a complete level down from those matches. But anyway, overall I thought the show was really good. But anyways, it's over now, and so is my video. Have a good day, guys.